Binance and other crypto platforms suspend USDT and USDC transactions in Nigeria. MasterCard and AASH Bank to launch enhanced payments in Ethiopia. Apple cancels its electric car project. Spyro partners with a Nigerian state for electric bike swap stations. And Coinbase shows zero balance following a glitch. All this and many more on today's episode. Hi, you can call me FK. It's the first week in the month of March, and this is tech news from Africa and beyond. In an emerging development impacting the cryptocurrency landscape in Nigeria, several crypto companies, including the globally renowned Binance Exchange, have decided to halt the trading of USDT and USDC stablecoins with the Naira. This decision follows increased scrutiny from the Central Bank of Nigeria, which has intensified its regulatory focus on crypto platforms due to concerns about potential manipulation of exchange rates by speculators. Two crypto exchanges have formally communicated this change to their Nigerian users, stating that the buying and selling of USDT and USDC for Naira will be suspended. In case you're wondering why all this drama has been going on, the Naira has been very unstable recently, like its worst motion in years. So every unofficial financial conduits like crypto exchanges, unauthorized BDCs, and currency speculators have been under intense scrutiny. Come on, let's just call it what it is. They have been the victim of CBN's finger pointing and blame game for why the Naira has been in a free fall. The CBN's regulatory pressure on crypto platforms has been a major concern in the week, as authorities express concerns about potential manipulation of exchange rates by speculators. These issues have caused recent disruptions in accessing popular crypto exchange websites such as Coinbase, widens, and Binance. However, the central bank governor Olayemi Cardoso claimed that an untraceable $26 billion had flowed through Binance Nigeria, adding to worries about financial stability. Untraceable? Do these guys really know how crypto works? Being untraceable is one of the major reasons why people use crypto to transfer funds. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing remains an ethical debate. Amidst the regulatory turbulence, the crypto industry is adopting a cautious stance, with reports of employees being instructed not to wear company-branded attire and avoid related events. Notably, key figures in the crypto space are choosing not to comment on the unfolding events, citing concerns over regulatory repercussions, reflecting the complex and uncertain regulatory landscape surrounding cryptocurrencies in Nigeria. In all this, one question I keep asking myself is if crypto will ever be accepted. Crypto feels like that child that you only tolerate when the home is at peace. But once there is a cause for panic, it's the first to go on the chopping block. MasterCard and AASH Bank have announced a groundbreaking development in Ethiopia's financial landscape: the introduction of an international prepaid card and a payment gateway service. Unveiled at a press conference at AASH Bank's headquarters, this initiative signifies a notable advancement in Ethiopia's card industry. The newly introduced cards facilitate online payments globally for both customers and merchants, aligning with Ethiopia's national digital payment strategy for 2021 to 2024. Okay, I'm really happy for Ethiopia. But as a Nigerian, my insides turn when I see other African countries making international payments seamlessly with their local cards. Makes me feel as if I'm in a fifth world country. Dear CBN, when will this madness of not being able to pay internationally with our local cards come to an end? It's been years already. The introduced plastic cards allows users to conduct contact or contactless transactions at ATMs and point-of-sale terminals, offering the flexibility of cash withdrawals, in-store payments, and online shopping at MasterCard accepting merchants worldwide. Additionally, the virtual card enables online purchases from any global merchant website, providing a comprehensive solution for customers' financial needs. In addition to the card launch, AASH Bank has incorporated MasterCard's payment gateway services, further expanding its service offerings. This empowers users worldwide to place online orders, make reservations, and pay integrated merchants using their MasterCard. Johannes Maja, Senior Chief Marketing Officer at AASH Bank, emphasized the institution's commitment to providing secure and convenient financial solutions. Apple's car project, known as Project Titan, which began in 2014, has come to a complete halt. The decision to discontinue the project reflects the company's struggle to define its approach to the evolving automotive landscape. Apple executives, including Chief Operating Officer Jeff Williams and Vice President Kevin Lynch, delivered this news in a brief meeting lasting approximately 12 minutes. Honestly, Apple making a car has always felt off to me since they mentioned it. Like, I wouldn't want to use a Ford phone or a Mercedes laptop. In as much as all these big tech companies want to innovate and disrupt, everybody should just focus on their strengths, please. With about 5,000 workers involved with the car project, it is expected that hundreds of employees are likely to be affected by job cuts. According to sources, some remaining employees will be reassigned to Apple's generative AI projects, while others will have a 90-day window to find reassignment within the company or face termination. Okay, so I don't want to talk about layoffs this week, so let's just talk about something else. MKBHD said he believes why Apple is dumping this car project is because they want to focus on car software, which most of these EV manufacturers have been terrible at, and they just eventually use CarPlay, which is Apple's car software. However, I think there might be other reasons. First is AI. Apple has been secretly buying a lot of AI companies as the world steers towards an AI-enabled future. Second is that I believe Apple feels too late to control the ecosystem of electric vehicles. If you know Apple very well, you will know that they are more concerned about controlling the ecosystem of a device than the device itself. Tesla is already way ahead of controlling that ecosystem with their network of charging stations, which they are now opening up to other EVs. They even released a promo video this week where a lady was able to charge a Mercedes EV using a converter. The decision, though abrupt, is seen as a response to the dynamic nature of Apple's priorities over the years. Notable automotive executives, including former Tesla executive Doug Field and executives from Lamborghini and Ford, were part of Project Titan at different points in its development. Apple had also engaged in talks with various companies, including Canoo, Hyundai, and Kia, in its pursuit of partnerships, intellectual property, and talent for the car project. Apple has not yet provided official comments on the matter. Spiro, an electric vehicle company, has partnered with the Ogun State government in Nigeria to introduce a network of battery swap stations for electric motorcycles. The initial phase, set to be completed in the next 6 months, encompasses 13 swapping stations, with ambitious plans to scale up to 250. The Ogun State government rigorously tested the electric motorcycles in the capital city, Abeokuta, evaluating their resilience on challenging terrains to ensure their adaptability and longevity. I hope they have a good power plan for that. As Nigeria faces a surge in fuel prices following the removal of subsidies in early 2023, Spiro's entry into the Nigerian market aligns with a growing interest in electric vehicles. Other local companies such as Possible Electric Vehicle Solution, Possible EVS, and BHN Transport and Logistics Limited have also ventured into electric vehicle manufacturing and deployment. However, skepticism remains among industry experts due to challenges like insufficient power supply, a shortage of certified EV technicians, and limited charging infrastructure in Nigeria. I was going to say, why are these people so excited at the prospect of electric vehicles in Nigeria? Our power problem is worse than our fuel problem. That's the whole point of our thriving generator-powered nation. Spiro's CEO, Kaushik Bowman, described the partnership with Ogun State as an ambitious effort to electrify Nigeria. The company offers battery swapping services, allowing users to exchange depleted batteries for recharged ones at dedicated stations. In February, Spiro announced the implementation of a state-of-charge billing system, calculating charges based on the exact amount of new charge in the battery, reducing costs for customers. The Ogun State government plans to transition from internal combustion engines to sustainable energy, aiming for a 30 to 40% reduction in operating costs. Coinbase, the popular cryptocurrency trading app, is facing technical glitches as a surge in demand for Bitcoin has caused some users to witness zero balances in their accounts. The recent rally in Bitcoin's price, reaching over $61,000, has driven increased interest in platforms like Coinbase, leading to higher traffic. The company acknowledged the issue on its status page and reassured users that their assets are safe while investigating the problem. Bitcoin went so high, even the Coinbase people shocked. They now decided to shock their users too. The sharp rise in Bitcoin's value, fueled by factors like the introduction of US Bitcoin Spot ETFs, has driven a 45% price rally in the past month. However, the influx of new and casual crypto investors has seemingly contributed to the current technical issues experienced by Coinbase. Users reported concerns as they logged in to find zero balances despite holding crypto assets. Coinbase's tech support initially responded with standard troubleshooting steps, later acknowledging the problem and assuring users that improvements are underway due to heightened traffic. Imagine waking up to your GT Bank account or your PiggyVest account reading zero balance. No amount of status page updates or customer relationship marketing is going to stop the commotion that is going to break loose. The timing of these technical challenges is unfortunate for Coinbase, coinciding with a period when many casual investors have re-entered the crypto market. As the company works to resolve the issues, users have expressed frustration over the temporary loss of their access to their crypto assets during a pivotal time in the market. It's now time for our speed run. Let's get that over quickly because there's a special section coming up after this. Microsoft invests in yet another AI company. Microsoft has announced a strategic multi-year partnership with Paris-based AI startup Mistra, integrating its flagship large language model, Mistra Large, into Microsoft Azure's cloud computing platform. This move is seen as part of Microsoft's effort to diversify its AI partnerships beyond its significant investments in OpenAI, amounting to over $13 billion. While Microsoft has invested in Mistra, the financial details were not disclosed, and it does not hold equity in the startup, which was valued at $2 billion in December 2023. This collaboration aims to explore training purpose-specific models for select customers, including European public sector workloads, according to Eric Boyd, Microsoft's corporate vice president of the Azure AI platform. Instagram is working on a friend map feature that would let you track your friends' locations. Instagram is reportedly working on a new feature called Friend Map, a real-time location sharing option similar to Snapchat's Snap Map. The company clarified that the feature is currently an internal prototype and not undergoing external testing. If officially launched, the Friend Map would represent another instance of Instagram mimicking Snapchat, following the replication of Snapchat's Stories function in 2016. Flutterwave appoints its first independent non-executive board member. Flutterwave has appointed Nigerian architect Olajumoke Adenowo as the first non-executive independent board member. The move is part of Flutterwave's international expansion efforts and follows the exit of 3 finance executives in November 2023. With over 35 years of experience, Adenowo brings valuable insights to Flutterwave's Pan-African objectives, and her appointment is expected to contribute to the company's continued growth in the global payments landscape. Adobe reveals a Gen AI tool for music. Adobe has revealed Project Music Gen AI Control, an innovative AI-powered platform designed to generate audio based on text descriptions or reference melodies. Developed in collaboration with researchers from the University of California and Carnegie Mellon, the platform empowers users to customize generated music by fine-tuning parameters such as tempo, intensity, repeating patterns, and overall structure. Thread widens gap with X with triple daily downloads on iOS. Meta's Threads app, a competitor to X, formerly known as Twitter, is outpacing X in daily downloads on both iOS and Google Play. As of February 25th, Threads had nearly tripled the downloads on iOS and more than doubled the downloads on Google Play compared to X. This trend could translate to Threads becoming the dominant microblogging platform in the future, despite X's historical lead. Meta has emphasized that it won't amplify news or recommend political content on Threads, potentially impacting the information sharing ecosystem used by journalists. Egyptian Fintech Moneyash gets $4.5 million seed to facilitate payments in Africa. Egyptian fintech startup Moneyash has raised $4.5 million in seed funding led by Kotu Ventures and Sukna Venture, with participation from RZM Investment, Dubai Future District Fund, Venture Friends, and individual investors including Tom Preston Werner. Founded in 2020, Moneyash offers a payment orchestration platform with unified payment APIs, addressing challenges like technical difficulties, operational inefficiencies, and currency differences for merchants in the Middle East and Africa. So guys, this week we won't be having a money talk, but I'm going to be doing a short piece on a news that broke out this week. Not really news, let's say an event that happened this week. And that is that this week, the CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, in an interview, stated that in the future, kids should not be encouraged to learn programming, that they should learn natural language communication with AI, because he believes that AI is going to replace programmers. So here is me giving my 2 cents on the matter, because so many hot takes and think pieces have been going on online on the issue. So here are my own thoughts. Now, the first thing you have to realize is that Jensen Huang, the Nvidia CEO, very wonderful guy, they just became $1 trillion company, is just doing product marketing. Yeah, he's just doing what we call product marketing. You see, Nvidia is now $1 trillion company, and they've joined the likes of Google, Apple, and the rest, and that's a lot of pressure. The news might sound exciting, but that's a lot of pressure for a company. Google rode on search being the future. Apple captured the future of mobile phones, and Microsoft made themselves indispensable in every office, in businesses all over. So Nvidia is now betting on AI as the future, because that is what is actually going to give them the longevity at this $1 trillion status. So it's basically just doing product marketing, because no, AI is not going to replace developers. It might replace some developers, but it's not going to replace software development or developers in the large scale of things. And here are some of my points. The first thing is that he argued that we need to learn natural language so that we can speak to the AI. Now, speaking to AI in technical terms is called prompting. It's called prompting. And prompting, there is a way you have to organize your prompt. There's a way you have to structure your prompt to actually get the answer you want from the AI. Else, the AI is going to be verbose, it's going to be going off point, or it might even start hallucinating. So you need to learn prompt engineering to be able to really query your AI. And it might be natural language, but it's still you giving instructions to a computer. And does that ring a bell? That's exactly what programming languages are. Yeah, so natural language prompting of AI interfaces is just a different type of programming language. You will still need to learn some sort of syntax to be able to get your natural language to the AI in a way that the AI will be able to produce the best result. And another point is that, what is the AI going to build these softwares with? It's not the same programming languages. I don't know if AI models have invented their own programming languages, but if I tell AI to build me a web interface, it's still going to use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If I tell it to build me a backend, it's still going to have to use Python, Node.js, or PHP. These are programming languages. So the AI actually depends on programming languages. So I don't know how AI is going to replace programmers when programmers are the natural speakers of programming languages. So that's one more thing. It will still require programmers to instruct it, because it's programmers that understand programming languages. It's programmers that can tell it whether it made a few mistakes. I use ChatGPT, Gemini, and Co for a lot of code generation, and a lot of times I have to correct it. I was doing I just used a Solid.js course, and there was a chapter I was doing on it, on routing, and it was telling me to install a library that doesn't exist. If I had not known about the actual Solid router package, I would have just copied that code and it would just be throwing a bunch of errors. I had to correct it and tell it, isn't this the package that I'm supposed to install? Oh yeah, sorry, you've installed all that. If I was not a programmer, then that would have been hell. So another thing is that AI doesn't generate artifacts yet. AI has not started generating artifacts. So they display the code for you to copy. They don't generate all the files, all the folder structure, all the code organization and everything. AI does not do that. It will just give you all the code windows and give you a copy button. So it's still left to you to copy it and organize it in your code base, and also deploy it, because you need to have them in files to deploy them to Netlify or Vercel or whatever. So AI currently does not generate artifacts. So maybe, I believe in the future it might, but currently it doesn't generate files, it doesn't generate configuration files and stuff like that. No, it doesn't. Humans, programmers are still needed to take the code from the AI and actually organize them into a project structure in the way that it is supposed to be organized. Also, there's something called the software development lifecycle. Software is not just about coding. Software development is not just about coding. We just think, oh yeah, learn how to code. That's not what software development is all about. It involves an entire cycle called software development life cycle. It involves planning, it involves designing, it involves development, it involves testing, it involves maintaining, and you have to keep repeating that cycle for every iteration, for every version of the software that you want to put out. So until AI can do all that, like that is implement every single cycle, every single stage in the software development cycle on its own, then we can say our jobs are gone. We can say developer jobs are gone. And in fact, if we can achieve that, best believe that AI is already becoming sentient. Yeah, it's already becoming sentient. Also, if AI will replace developers, if AI is going to replace programmers, why should we stop there? Why should we stop there? Why don't we trust them to replace all our doctors? Yes? Why don't we trust them to replace all our doctors? Why don't we trust them to build the houses that we live in? Or trust them to train your kids? Yeah. Since they can give the information, we should just hand everything over to them. That's how this thought of AI replacing programmers also sound. Not so smart, does it? So, in summary, while I believe that AI is going to continue to improve, this is the worst version we've ever seen, and it's still going to continue to improve, there will still always be that human element, because AI remains a tool, and you cannot get the best out of a tool until you have a professional in that field to instruct and use that tool. You can't. AI is here to optimize, but it will continue to rely on human beings to be the best version of itself. So that's my take on AI replacing developers. I'm sure a lot of you saw the videos, and for developers that have been having existential crisis, I hope you can take some points from here. And for all those very gingered CEOs and founders, and probably someone that's been a client before that now thinks, oh yeah, very soon I can just replace all these programmers with AI. Try it. That's all I'll say. Give it a try. Who knows, you might discover something we don't know. So that's everything I'm going to say on that. And that's a wrap for Tech News for this week. Be sure to subscribe so that we can continue to get updates from us every week, because we're going to be building out another episode next week. Till then, I remain your bro in tech, FK. Come on. No. The introduced plastic cards allows users to conduct contact or contactless notable automatic. My guys, all my guys.